In a fiery, no-holds-barred broadcast that left viewers stunned and social media in flames, veteran journalist Tom Bower and outspoken broadcaster Piers Morgan launched a blistering takedown of Meghan Markle, and this time, there was no palace PR machine to shield her. Appearing live on air, the pair methodically dismantled what they called the manufactured image of the Duchess of Sussex, accusing her of manipulation, self-interest, and calculated deceit. This wasn't idle speculation or petty gossip, it was a coordinated exposure backed by hard facts, testimonies from insiders, and years of observation. From the very first moment, Piers Morgan didn't mince words. "This isn't about bullying Meghan," he asserted. "It's about calling out hypocrisy. You don't get to preach compassion while cutting off your own father and ghosting half the people who helped you rise." His reference to Thomas Markle, the estranged father Meghan has publicly shamed and distanced herself from, hit a nerve. While Meghan has long claimed she's simply trying to protect her peace, critics like Piers argue it's more about controlling the narrative and eliminating inconvenient truths. Tom Bower, who spent years researching for his bombshell book Revenge, added weight to the critique. "Meghan is not a victim," Bower declared. "She is an operator. She came into the royal family not to serve but to brand herself, to commercialize the monarchy, to exploit the crown's prestige for her own Hollywood ambitions." He went on to cite numerous examples, from the Oprah Winfrey interview, which he called a staged performance filled with distortions, to the multi-million-dollar Netflix and Spotify deals that leaned heavily on royal drama while claiming they were fleeing it. Bower revealed verified reports from palace staff who described Meghan as demanding, dismissive, and deeply unkind during her time at Kensington Palace. One former aide, whose NDA has since expired, allegedly described working for Meghan as emotional warfare with impossible expectations and zero tolerance for dissent. These weren't tabloid exaggerations, these were first-hand accounts, corroborated by others, that painted a picture far from the glossy, self-styled humanitarian persona Meghan projects. One of the more explosive segments came when Piers aired emails and statements from former aides who accused Meghan of misleading the public. "She didn't just step on people," Piers said. "She used them. And when they were no longer useful, she erased them from her life like old text messages." A former PR assistant, speaking anonymously, reportedly described Meghan's behavior as calculating, with an obsession over press coverage and optics that rivaled most Hollywood elites. And the conversation didn't stop at personal hypocrisy. Both Bower and Morgan pointed to what they described as a systematic effort to rewrite history. They scrutinized Meghan's frequent claims about racism within the royal family, suggesting they were not only exaggerated but damaging without substantial evidence. "She threw a grenade into the heart of the monarchy with that Oprah interview," Bower said, "and when the smoke cleared, we were left with claims that couldn't be verified and reputations ruined without a fair chance of response." In perhaps the most damning moment, the duo addressed Meghan and Harry's supposed desire for privacy. They say they want a private life, but then they sign a $100 million deal to air their dirty laundry on Netflix, Morgan scoffed. "They lecture us on climate change while flying on private jets. They brand themselves as philanthropists, but it's their names and only their names that are plastered on every product, podcast, and platform." Meghan's defenders, naturally, were quick to cry foul. But what the Bower-Morgan interview exposed was a deeper, growing fatigue among the public, a sense that Meghan Markle isn't the misunderstood underdog but the architect of her own chaos. The performance, the branding, the public victimhood, it's all starting to unravel under the weight of conflicting facts, broken relationships, and credibility gaps. And now, as Tom Bower teased an upcoming documentary backed by previously unseen testimony and footage, Meghan's carefully constructed image may face its most serious challenge yet. "People are tired of the PR spin," Bower concluded. "They want truth. And they deserve to know who Meghan Markle really is, not just who she pretends to be on magazine covers." The broadcast ended with one final, sharp note from Morgan: she wanted the spotlight. Well, now she's got it, and it's revealing everything. This wasn't mere entertainment. This was a public reckoning. And judging by the reaction, trending hashtags, heated debates, and even former royal staff chiming in, it seems Meghan Markle's grip on public sympathy may be slipping fast. When the curtain falls, the audience isn't left applauding, they're finally seeing the act for what it was. And as the smoke clears from this latest media firestorm, the aftermath is already beginning to take shape. Former palace staff who once stayed silent out of loyalty or fear of legal reprisal are now feeling emboldened. One ex-royal aide, speaking to a UK morning show shortly after the Bower-Morgan broadcast, confirmed there was always a sense that Meghan believed she was the smartest person in every room. And if you didn't agree, you were dismissed professionally and personally. Social media, once a stronghold of Meghan's supporters, is now more divided than ever. Hashtags like Meghan exposed, Bower bombshell, and Piers was right dominated the platform formerly known as Twitter. Users shared clips from the interview alongside past footage of contradictions in Meghan's public statements, creating a digital tapestry of alleged deceit that's hard to ignore. Meanwhile, media watchdogs and royal analysts suggest that the tide is shifting not because of hate, but fatigue. It's not that people want to see Meghan fail, one royal commentator noted. They just want to stop being gaslit. If there was ever a turning point in the Meghan Markle saga, this might just be it, not with a bang, but with undeniable, growing clarity.